was fine. But then we had to wear masks when I went into grade 1.
It's hard to remember my life before the pandemic. I was a mom, pharmacist, working with the public. I have hobbies. I do crafts. A lot more carefree than it is now.
Before the pandemic, just a normal family life. We had one child who was, I guess he would have been about 3. And then we had a new baby who was about 4 months old.
Life before COVID is something that we really miss. And when I was sick going through all of this, I would get caught in so many times saying, I miss our life before COVID.
I worked every day and was very active and could go for walks and do lots of things, go hunting and cutting firewood and those kind of activities. But after COVID, then not so much of any of that.
My life before the pandemic was pretty easygoing. I'm a hard worker, show up for work. I socialize. I used to go to movies a lot. I used to go shopping. Used to go for nice long walks, visit friends.
We live out at an acreage, so it's an old farm site. And just basic day-to-day work. Drive to the city, do my consulting gig on my contract. Then I come home and I do chores around the farm or the acreage. And it's essentially about it.
I had lived by myself in a seniors complex where we had our own suites and I was able to take care of myself and stuff.
It seems so much easier, less worry because there's not these health issues to have to worry about. And, at the time, life before COVID, I'm sure my husband and I would get bored sometimes, right? Like I like the adventure of travel and things like that. But now that I think back, I'm like, no, I could just do that normal life before COVID and be very content with it. That, waking up, doing the morning routine, going to work, having a work day, getting home, making supper for the kids, having some family time, going to spin class, then doing it all over the next day seems pretty dreamy now.
A normal day for me now, I kind of divide my days into 4-hour blocks of 3.
I remember we had to quarantine lots and make sure we were healthy.
A normal day for me now, for the most part, I'm able to work remotely. We have a new child at home, so we're being very careful. We don't want to get the child infected. We believe we had that before. So we're staying fairly isolated.
I get up in the morning and have breakfast and visit with my daughter a bit and then
and your 100 pills.
Take my pills 3 times a day. And I was at 6 pills before COVID and now I'm up to about 20 some after COVID. So
a normal day for me now. So I'm kind of in a transition. I am this month. I've started to feel a little bit better, but I think I've also finally grasped of how much I need to change my lifestyle.
Things for me now are still very rough when I get up. I have to tell myself to get up, wash up, get ready. It feels like I'm fatigued getting up, but I have to get up anyway and just push myself.
And I find that this summer's been a lot better for that. Previous years. So in 2020, I was hardly able to do anything. Cutting the lawn, doing anything around the yard. You basically just left it. It was whatever was critical, you do that. Anything that was just maintenance, you'd leave it. Shoveling was hard. At that time, my girlfriend was pregnant and I feel like I was going to have a heart attack.
So right now I usually get up about 6:30, 7 o'clock. We have breakfast. We do our off to school stuff. I take my son to school, I'll usually plan about 4 hours of mental stimulation. So whether that be watching TV, reading a book, being at work.
Yeah, then I just sit and watch TV or whatever, and sometimes go for little walks out in the yard and do breathing exercises. And
So I found during the summer, the kids were home, it's hot out. We like to be outside. We like to go to the beach. So I would have a beach day and then I'd be done for 3 days. I would be in bed, not able to take part in anything with my family, not able to be productive around the house at all.
When I'm working, it's hard when it's busy because I get short of breath while I'm at work. So I have to slow down. Most of my customers are very happy and see me and know I'm doing okay. So they're very understanding if I am a little bit slow sometimes.
I will usually incorporate some exercise, so some breathing exercises, maybe a walk, maybe just being out in the garden, outside, some sort of a little bit of physical activity. Again, making sure that I'm not exceeding that. Depending what I've done, the evenings are pretty quiet. I usually go to bed about 7:30 or 8, which I've always been somebody that needs a lot of sleep, but it's really important that I have that downtime for my brain to just, be quiet and just be still.
So with stroke healing and then with the viral healing, it's supposed to be energy conservation. So I think that I'm finally grasping that now, which maybe I'm a slow learner in that, because if you're not used to doing that, it's really hard. And now that I have good days, it's hard to not overdo it on the good days. But now I'm finally grasping it. If I overdo it on the good days, I do pay for it. I'll have 2 down days. And overdoing it isn't what it used to be, like overdoing it. Like I'll go to my physio and I say, I didn't do anything. I don't know why I'm feeling like this. And she will go through exactly what I didn't do anything is. And then it's like, oh, okay, I guess it was something, right? Like
I try to walk long distances, like very long distances, and it's very hard. I sometimes have to take a break still. And this is going on 5 months after, and it's still hard for me. But otherwise, my memory is coming back clear. But my shaky hands are not really there anymore, but it's my lungs that are killing me.